One of the things people say to those who didn't like a show is, it wasn't aimed at you. It's not in your preferences or what you usually watch, so of course and you didn't like it. This statement makes it sound like you can only like certain things and nothing else because your tastes are very narrow-minded. This implies open-minded people would like pretty much everything, and that is not the case. Take me for example. I may be talking almost entirely about anime, but that does not mean I'm not dealing with anything else, such as live-action series, movies, cartoons, video games and board games. This makes my tastes very broad, and by the above definition I should like almost everything. And yet I don't. I like very few things in every medium, and I am indifferent towards most of the rest. So what gives? To the most part, when they say it wasn't aimed at you, what they actually mean is that you didn't like the pretty colors. Let's be honest here, the reason many people don't watch anime is because they don't like the art style. People who don't watch cartoons is because they don't like animated stuff, and people who don't watch foreign movies is because they don't like the different mannerisms of the actors. It does have to do with narrow-mindedness, but only on a superficial level. Claims such as cartoons are just for kids, or anime are just for socially inept virgin man children, or live-action movies are for a mature audience, have lost their meaning decades ago. You can say the majority of each medium follows certain trappings and is mostly aimed at specific audiences, but saying people outside those demographics can't enjoy a title is silly. There is also the part where they can claim it's the themes that are not aimed at you, regardless of the medium they are part of. It doesn't matter if they are live-action, cartoons or anime. If you don't like thrillers, you won't like them no matter how they look. Standards are universal, with their presentation being mostly about the uncanny valley effect than anything else. The thing is, just because something is made for a certain type of people, it doesn't mean that you can't criticize it if you didn't like it. I do not belong to those certain groups of people who bang dakimakuras or fap to ponies, but I can still openly make fun of the whole thing. Stories about beta males screwing their sisters are not aimed at me, but they are still deprived, immoral, unhealthy, and make those who like them to look bad. This no longer has to do with preferences, it's a plain case of bad taste.
I have a hard time watching shows like The Wire. Constantly makes you think about all the worst things happening in the world around you. Shirobako is a show that excellently portrays being overall happy and uplifting. You can't really speak on like a deep level unless you understand it on a deep level. I am an otaku, someone who gets it more than anyone else would. Someone who's into the culture and into the thing that I'm talking about as possible. Who are you to talk about moe? You don't even know the first thing about it. I am a huge fan of moe. They're like cute on a poster. I could fantasize about what it would be like. It's relaxing, it's fun, it's cute, it makes you feel good. It's more in your head, it's more cerebral. It's different, it's something that's personal. Everyone has their own relationship with moe, and it means something slightly different to every person. I really can't take it too seriously as someone who actually understands what they're talking about, and that's why I feel like we need people like me who are capable of expressing things in a journalistic way and who are into this stuff. Ah, Jesus Christ, my shit is falling all over.
Most of you once again didn't understand the hidden message of my recent Digibro video. You just went for the lazy answer of taking his words out of context and doing it all for the views. You clearly didn't get or didn't want to admit that it was actually about his stupid claim that you are not allowed to talk about moe unless you love it. Which is the same thing as saying you're not allowed to talk about drugs unless you're a junkie, not allowed to talk about murder unless you killed someone, and not allowed to talk about prison unless you are in it. If we stretch the meaning of Digibro's claims, we can also assume that he means you are not allowed to talk about something unless you know what you're talking about. That's understood, but it's also something the fans will never accept if you're negative about it. I've seen hundreds of moe shit, I still hate the damn thing, and all I get from the moe fags is that I don't get it and that I do it for the views. What's with this retarded claim that the more experience you have with something, the more you love it? Does a police officer love crime the more he witnesses it? Or is for Neverworld and his experience in shonen made him more critical when it comes to Dragon Ball Super?
This is more of an adult Dragon Ball.
Experience does not equate wisdom, and if you still think it does, then none of you is allowed to criticize me until he has watched 2,500 anime, written 800 reviews, and made 800 videos.
I look like the village idiot, but yeah, this is my dedication for Dragon Ball Z. How hardcore are you, bro? This episode 1 of Attack on Titan. I would love to review this, but I don't know how many people are gonna care, and I'm not gonna waste people's time.
If it's not popular, don't waste your time talking about it, since not many care.
Wow. best episode of 2013. Go watch Attack on Titan right now. So glad I started reading this manga like a year ago.
Only if it's popular you can talk about it and recommend it, even though everyone is already watching it exactly because it is popular. Therefore, you are wasting your time either way, since you are just repeating whatever the majority already believes. Plus, you're a dick rider.
You know what I don't understand? People who watch anime so they can hate them.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Seriously, go fuck yourself. I want his fucking head on a pike.
It's even more pathetic when they force themselves to watch it, even when it makes them feel sad.
Why the fuck Yo! I did not want to do this shit. What the fuck, Chivits? You guys are fucking cruel.
Why would you watch something that makes you feel sad? It makes no sense.
Oh, man. You give me a fucking pain in my heart. Oh.
If you don't like it, stop watching it.
Stop it. Fucking stop it. Fucking stop it. Yo, stop. Stop that shit, dude. Stop that shit.
Unless, of course, you like to torture yourself, which is a very sad thing and makes you look pathetic.
It's so sad. Holy shit.
I don't know how sarcastic this comment is supposed to be, but it is an excuse many are still using today for defending problematic elements. Anyone who is not within the target audience of a show is wasting his time because the show is not aimed at him. In case any of you actually believe this, does it matter? So what if the show is aimed at 12-year-olds? I am not allowed to talk about it because I'm not 12? Are the videos I am making aimed at 12-year-olds? Is any of you watching this video 12 years old? Is the guy who made that comment 12 years old? It doesn't matter what something is aimed at. We have freedom of speech and normally we should be able to talk about anything we want to. You can talk about Buddhism even if you are not a Buddhist. You can talk about Venus even if you never leave planet Earth. And yes, you can overthink My Little Pony while you are dressed in your mother's dress and jerk off to pieces of paper that can be interpreted however the fuck you want to. It's not a waste of time if there is an audience interested in whatever you have to say. The normal target audience doesn't matter because you're not aiming at the normal target audience. You are aiming at people who are willing to hear you. Saying it wasn't aimed at you is just another excuse for shutting down discussion and for dodging criticism. It's what fanboys are saying when someone who is not a fanboy says something they don't like. It's what progressives are saying when they want to censor you just because you're not one of them. So whenever you find a video that you think it's a waste of time, because it's about a topic that falls outside the usual target audience of whatever it's about, then that video was probably not aimed at you.